Arthropoda is the largest phylum of living things. There are 5 major classes in the phylum Arthropoda. Hexapoda, the insects, also called insecta. Arachnida, including the spiders, scorpions, mites, and ticks. Chilopoda, the centipedes. Diplopoda, the millipedes, and Crustacea, which includes crabs, shrimp, lobsters, sow-bugs, and water fleas. There are 2 other interesting classes that are included here. One is the extinct class Trilobita of trilobites. The other is the class Merostomata of very ancient animals, including the living horseshoe crabs and fossil species. Arthropods are the joint-footed animals, the most diverse animals on the planet. Arthro, joint. Pod, foot. Arthropods have an exoskeleton, a hard outer body covering that gives the body structural support. The exoskeleton also provides a waterproof barrier that protects arthropods from dehydration, as well as providing a base for muscle attachment. The exoskeleton is made of chitin plus calcium or protein, depending on which creature we are examining. Chitin is a pliable, colorless substance similar to our fingernails. The exoskeleton limits growth, so the animal must periodically shed the hard outer covering in a process called molting. Arthropods, such as lobsters and crabs, and some primitive insects, continue to molt after reaching adulthood. Most insects and spiders have a fixed number of molts. The discrete growth steps between molts are known as instars. In addition to jointed appendages and an exoskeleton, all arthropods have segmented bodies. Arthropods inhabited the Earth 350 million years ago. Trilobite fossils are from extinct Paleozoic marine arthropods, thought to be related to crustaceans of today. Insects are the largest class of living things, and the class shows the most diversity of any other group of animals. Adult insects have 6 legs and 1 pair of antennae. The body of insects is divided into 3 regions: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. Among all invertebrates, flight is unique to the insects. Insects pollinate crops and produce food for humans and wildlife. Insects are of medical importance, and some are aesthetically pleasing. There are 2 subclasses of insects, the Apterygota and Pterygota. Apterygota are the primitive wingless insects, including springtails, bristletails, and silverfish. Pterygota, or winged insects, can be further divided into 2 groups, the Exopterygota and the Endopterygota. All of the Exopterygota insects go through gradual metamorphosis, known as hemimetabolous metamorphosis. Mayflies, dragonflies, damselflies, and stoneflies are aquatic. The immature stages are called naiads. Walking sticks, grasshoppers, crickets, mantids, and cockroaches comprise 4 orders that are grouped together as the orthopteroid orders. They all have straight wings. Other hemimetabolous insects are the true bugs, aphids, whiteflies, scale, and other plant feeders. Earwigs, lice, and termites are small insects often considered to be pests. aphids, scale, and thrips are plant pests. Endoterragota insects go through complete metamorphosis, called holometabolous metamorphosis. Examples of insects with complete metamorphosis are lacewings, which are often used to control pests, such as the aphids, scale, and thrips, as well as beetles, the largest group of insects. Bees, ants, and wasps are holometabolous insects that may have complex social structures. Caddisflies resemble butterflies and moths, but live their long larval stage as aquatics. Butterflies and moths are probably most familiar as exhibiting complete metamorphosis when the caterpillar changes into a beautiful adult. Many flies and all fleas are human and animal pests. Mosquitoes and botflies are serious human and animal pests. The other 3 programs in this series explore the class Insecta in detail. In this video, the main subject will be the 4 classes of Arthropoda, which are not insects. Arachnids have 2 body parts and 8 legs. Many are carnivorous, but some are major pests of agricultural crops. Arachnids have no antennae. They do have pedipalps, modified mouthparts that may include claws or chelicera. Chelicera are the first pair of appendages, and these may be modified to include venom injection fangs. Members of the class Arachnida have a worldwide distribution. This class includes the orders Aranida, the spiders, Acarina, mites and ticks, Scorpionida, scorpions, Pedipalpida, whip scorpions, Pseudoscorpionida, false scorpions, Opiliones, daddy longlegs, and Sopugida, the sun scorpions. Aranida. The 2 main groups of aranids are tarantulas and web-weaving spiders. Spiders have always captured our imagination because of their ability to spin beautiful webs and because of the horror associated with their predatory habits. Almost all spiders have 8 eyes. Some exceptions have only 6. The eyes are simple eyes. Spiders have a cephalothorax, which is a combined head and thorax. Their abdomen is unsegmented. Spiders produce their webs with spinnerets, which are appendages on the lower surface of the abdomen, from which silken thread is emitted. Many aranids spin a unique web pattern. The most primitive group of spiders is composed of the tarantulas and trapdoor spiders. These spiders have fangs, or chelicera, that point downward. They are the largest and the longest lived of the spiders. Most live in tropical climates. Some tarantulas live longer than 18 years. These fascinating creatures often exhibit spectacular colors. And their bodies are sometimes covered with urticating or stinging hairs that defend them from predators by causing intense itching. Tarantulas are mainly nocturnal and are known for their solitary hunting habits. Large tarantulas are known to catch and devour birds and mice. Web-weaving spiders have fangs, or chelicera, that point forward. They are the most numerous of the spiders and usually live 1 year or less, although a few species live much longer. Web-weaving spiders are the major predators of insects. Their webs can have both sticky and non-sticky silk. For example, funnel web weavers have non-sticky webs, while orb web weavers have sticky and non-sticky parts to their webs. There are many types of web-weaving spiders, such as comb-footed spiders, which include the black widow. Fulcid spiders include cobweb or cellar spiders. Orb web weavers are the most common of garden spider. The lynx spider does not weave a web and lives in plants. These may be a brilliant color to match the plant. Salticid spiders, or jumping spiders, are predators that chase down their prey instead of spinning a web. Crab spiders are masters of disguise, with colorful backs that blend into their background. The net-throwing spiders are a very unusual group that actually cast a web to catch prey. Wolf spiders do not weave webs, but are included in this group. These hunting spiders stalk and leap upon their prey. The next large group of arachnids is Acarina, which includes mites and ticks. Mites are the smallest of the arachnids. Mites and ticks appear to have only one body part, with no well-defined head or thorax. There are two groups of ticks, hard ticks and soft ticks. Hard ticks have a thick, leathery scutum or plate on their backs. Soft ticks lack this plate, and the whole body is a pliable bag. Ticks feed on the blood of animals. Ticks have many medical implications, including transmitting Rocky Mountain spotted fever, Lyme disease, and other infections to humans and other animals. Plant-feeding mites have economic importance as major pests of agricultural crops, including ornamentals and trees. Important pest mites are the two spotted spider mites, European red mites, and other spider mites. One family of mites, the Phytociidae, is used to control pest mite species. Other families of mites include skin mites, bud mites, velvet mites, house mites, and clover mites. Chiggers are also a kind of mite. There are even mites that live on reptiles. Scorpionida is the order of scorpions. These animals have 8 legs, and their first 2 pair of mandibles are modified to form pincers or claws like a crab. Scorpions have a bulbous stinger and poison glands located at the end of the elongated abdomen. This is used as a defense against predators such as raccoons, skunks, and foxes, as well as a means of subduing prey. Scorpions have book lungs, which are primitive respiratory organs located on the underside of their abdomens. These creatures live in burrows, under rocks or boards, in crevices, and under loose tree bark. They are generally nocturnal and search for soft-bodied insects for food. Scorpion young are born alive and are carried on the mother's back until the young molt for the first time. Pedipalpida, or whip scorpions, have no stinger and have enlarged pedipalps, which are mouthparts used to locate food. Whip scorpions, or vinegrunes, move very fast and are aggressive predators. They sometimes eat prey as large as mice and lizards. Opiliones is the order that includes the harvestmen, or daddy longlegs. Although they possess venom, these arachnids are usually harmless to humans. Daddy longlegs have extremely long legs and a small, compact body with little segmentation. The order Sulpugida includes the wind scorpions, also called sun spiders. They have a ferocious appearance, but do not possess venom glands. They are nocturnal, very aggressive, and very fast. These impressive creatures will eat anything they can catch. They live in desert areas where it is sunny and windy. The class Chilopoda is the centipedes. The name centipede means 100-legged. Their body is flattened, and they have 1 pair of legs per body segment, with up to 40 body segments. This can add up to 80 legs for one animal, pretty close to 100. Centipedes range in size from very small to 12 inches in length. The first pair of legs is modified as fangs, and these fangs are venomous. Centipedes are predators that move very fast. They prey on other arthropods and mollusks, such as slugs and snails. Tropical centipedes can reach a foot in length. Another class of arthropods is the Diplopoda, or millipedes. They are distinguished from centipedes by having 2 pair of legs per body segment and a cylindrical body. Millipedes have chewing mouthparts, and they eat plant material. Millipedes are slow-moving, and some have the ability to defend themselves with a chemical secretion that smells and tastes bad. Millipedes live in moist soil, under rocks and logs. They're nocturnal and are quick to coil up when disturbed. Most crustaceans live in and around ocean water. Many have 10 legs, and all have calcium-hardened shells. They have 2 pairs of antennae, and most have a cephalothorax and an abdomen. Crustaceans have either simple or compound eyes. Crustaceans have true gills. Common orders of crustaceans are Decapoda, Isopoda, Copepoda, and Amphipoda. The decapods include crabs, shrimps, crayfish, and lobsters. This is the largest order of crustaceans. Most people see these animals in tide pools. For example, the hermit crab that carries a small shell on its back for protection is a decapod. There are many types of crabs. Crabs can be either marine or freshwater species. The very colorful Sally Lightfoot crab is intertidal. Crabs are scavengers. Crayfish are freshwater crustaceans, and there are also freshwater shrimp. Crustaceans are frequently enjoyed as shellfish. Seafood such as lobster is a favorite, and lobsters may grow quite large since they continue to molt after reaching maturity. Isopods are small, and most are marine. Some are freshwater animals. Some isopods are terrestrial crustaceans. All of the legs are identical in shape and size. Woodlice, often called sow bugs, are terrestrial isopods. Some people call them roly-polies or pill bugs because they frequently roll into a ball. Copepods are aquatic. An example is the cyclops, which lives in fresh water. These animals are microscopic in size for the most part. Amphipods are another order of marine and freshwater crustaceans. Sand fleas and scuds are examples of this order. Crustaceans also include such varied creatures as barnacles, water fleas, fairy shrimp, and krill. Barnacles are marine crustaceans that attach themselves to boats, piers, rocks, and seaweed. They can cause extensive and expensive damage to boat hulls. They also attach themselves to animals, such as whales. Arthropods inhabit our planet, from the depths of the ocean to the highest mountains. One type of arthropod, krill, form the first basis for the food chain in the oceans. The importance of arthropods in the ecosystems of Earth cannot be overestimated.